Okay guys, welcome to another, that was the year that was. This year we are up to 1989, can you believe? In the charts wise, UK charts, what did we have in reverse order? Number 10 we had Lisa Stansfield with All Around the World. Number 9 was Sonia with You'll Never Stop Me From Loving You. Number 8 was the ever annoying Jive Bunny and the Master Mixers with That's What I Like. Number 7 was Madonna, Like a Prayer. Number 6 was Mark Amond featuring Gene Pitney with Something's Gotten Hold of My Heart. Number 5, Jason Donovan, Too Many Broken Hearts. Number 4, Soul to Soul, Back to Life. That's not a bad song. Number 3, The Bangles, Eternal Flame. Number 2, The Infernal Jive Bunny and Master Mixers again with Swing the Mood. And at number 1 is Black Box with Ride on Time. Anything else of any note? No. Right, let's see. 1989 in the news, what did we have? Okay, let's see. Just looking down here, anything exciting? Unemployment fell by 66,000. Sky Television begins broadcasting as the first satellite TV service in Britain and back in 5th of February 1989. Can you believe? Dirty Den departs from the EastEnders. Britain's unemployment level is now below 7% for the first time in 8 years. Nigel Mansell wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. 500 workers in the Channel Tunnel go on strike in a protest against pay and working conditions. What did they expect? They're working in a bloody tunnel. Ford unveils the latest version of its small Fiesta hatchback. 94 fans are killed in a crush during the FA Cup semi-final at Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield between Notts Forest and Liverpool. Nothing exciting there, nothing exciting in May. Nope. This seems to be all bad things. Nothing happened then. Nothing happened then. Nothing happened then. Nothing happened of interest in August. September, bugger all happened as well. October, it was my birthday. No, absolutely bugger all exciting happened. 1989 was a particularly dull year. Yeah, oh hang on, December, anything exciting? Margaret Thatcher, along with American President George Bush and Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, declared the end of the Cold War after 40 years. That was in the 3rd of December. And a new look Band-Aid forums for a new version of Do They Know It's Christmas. That was the pish one with Bros, Wait and what have you. Yeah, anyway, back to more important matters. Video games. Now this list, I thought actually it was going to be getting less, but this list is ridiculously long. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm going to record these using the Xbox. It's a lot easier to come in and out of games. So unfortunately there's not going to be any Beazles on show, so I do apologise. So anyway, to kick things off, we have got Arch Rivals, and this is by Bally Midway. Now I don't remember if this game was ever released for any home systems. I don't think it was. I'm sure Daniel will tell us if it was. Let's turn up the volume, Right, how do we start? Right, am I... Okay, right, I'm trying to figure out, I'm guessing I'm the yellow one. Yeah, I think I am. As you can see there, it's got pretty crap animation. That was all to change with NBA Jam. That really got a hold of the bollocks of basketball and made it popular. Yeah, I don't think this game was ever released for the home systems. To be honest, I don't know if it's playing a bit slow in the Xbox. I don't think it would be. It's just a bit pish all round. So yeah, that is Arch Rivals by Ballymidway. Okay, this is Badlands by Atari. Now this was kind of a sequel to Sprint, Super Sprint. I think it had the same kind of sound effects. I'm sure it was using the same sort of hardware. Now this game was ported to all the home systems back in the day. I think they actually weren't too bad. Now I'm playing the little blue car. Obviously this game would have featured a steering wheel, and it's got the same, in fact you know what, it's got the same sound effects as Super Sprint as well. So all they've really done here is, I think they've probably put in some weapons. It actually plays a bit easier as well, maybe because the cars are that bit bigger. Let's go for, we've got grip. Yeah, very, very distinctive Atari sound effects. Ah, bollocks. Now the problem with these games is you just have to crash and spin around the wrong way, and it's curtains usually. Now you've got to, you've really got to not do what I'm doing. Yeah, you've got to finish first to qualify. I'm doing absolutely crap here. But yeah, I think this game is ported to all the home systems, and I believe they were fairly good. Yep, anyway guys, that is Badlands and that is by Atari. Alright, this is a Big Run by Jaleco. Now I'm sure this was ported to quite a few systems, so I'll just turn it up a wee bit. Yeah, I'm sure this was ported to the 8-bit and 16-bit ones. Now I must admit, I don't think I've ever actually looked at this game. Right, how do I must be able to move up a gear, there we go, that's how you do it. Yeah, I never actually looked at this game, but it's actually quite impressive for a sprite. Right, okay, there's a bit of slight graphic glitching. That Marilyn Monroe, I think. Slight graphic glitching going on here. What the hell is that? Right, very good. So this is like a windstorm or something, snowstorm, sandstorm, that's what they call it, sandstorm. Yeah, I'd actually quite like to see this game in the flesh, so to speak, because the sprites are actually quite impressive. Yeah, it's got a bit of weird kind of, the graphics seem to appear from underneath the road. Right, let's continue if we can. Paris Dakar. Let's see if I can do any better this time. Yeah, the fact that the background's going to jump out of you, that's a bit off-putting slightly. I like the way you actually destroy the signposts. But actually quite impressive looking. Anyway guys, that is Big Run and that is by Jaleco. Okay, this is Cadash, or K-Dash, or Cad-Ash, I haven't a clue. It's a game I've certainly heard of. I think I've seen it in multiple, it's one of these dodgy Japanese anime ones, obviously, manga type things. It's a one play. Wait, how do we start? You can still play. Yeah, I've seen the name in compilations and I've never had any idea of what. So you can pick who you want to be: fighter, magic, priest. Let's go for a ninja. Yep, never actually played the game, never even seen it. I mean, if somebody showed me this game, I wouldn't even know what game this was. How well you came, ma'am. I have been waiting long for a brave man to arrive. This you must know, once upon a time, we the kind of dears are. Right, okay, whatever. Let's just throw a few shurikens for good measure. Did they kill me? Are they good guys? I'm guessing they must be. You know what, this feels more like a game in the SNES or something, and not an arcade game. It just doesn't feel like an arcade game. It doesn't even look like an arcade game. I mean, considering arcade games are designed to take your money, so far I can't see there's been anything that's actually injured me. Now I'm sure that's all going to change. There's a big pig. It certainly doesn't feel. What's he doing, throwing a. He appears to be throwing a chicken drumstick at me. And it appears when you hit the pigs, they exude money. Yeah, it doesn't. You know what? It does not feel like an arcade game at all. It reminds me more of a console game. No, piss off. Ah, bollocks. Am I drowning? Can I jump up there? Certainly can. Yeah, anyway, listen, that's enough of this. I've got tons of games still to show you. So this is Kadash or K-Dash, whatever you want to call it, by Taito. Okay, this is Crime Fighters by Konami. Let's turn the sound up a wee bit. It seems that some games are louder than others. Konami. These games are just so popular at this point, they really were. These are all the rage. Oh, what's that, a gun? I've got to say, I have... I think I was actually struggling to actually recognise many games. I mean, the ones that I've shown so far are ones that I kind of ring a bell, including this one, but I can't say if you showed me. He's got flattened with that billboard. Yeah, if you showed me this game, I wouldn't have a clue what it is. It's kind of a cross between Renegade, Double Dragon. It actually feels more like Streets of Rage in the Mega Drive. Now I don't know if this game is ported to home systems or not. Again, it looks more like a Mega Drive game, which is no bad thing. It's quite a nice looking game, and it's obviously got a bit of humour as well. I kicked in the balls, I love it. Anyway, listen guys, this is Crime Fighters and this is by Konami. Right, this is Darius 2. Now this actually appeared in arcades on 3 monitors. It's such a widescreen game, so it's probably going to look a bit rubbish on this. It's going to be super narrow, as you can see. Now I think this is got simultaneous 2-player action. Now I noticed when I was bringing up this game in MAME, it didn't appear to be released anywhere outside of Japan. There's a bit of speech there as well, but because I'm talking you can't actually hear it. It's actually quite nice playing a game that's as widescreen as this, because it does give you plenty notice of what's coming. It doesn't make it really any easier, I have to say, but a dragon or something, is it? Now I don't think this game was ported to anything. Possibly the Sharp X68000 and maybe the PC Engine, I'm not too sure, I'm just guessing. Anyway, listen, need to keep these ones short because there's so many still to go. That is Darius 2 and that is by Tato. This is Don Doko Don by Tato. Now you'll probably recognise it, you may not recognise the name like I didn't, but you'll probably recognise the graphics. I've certainly seen pictures of this game. I think it possibly came out for some home machines. Now it looks a wee bit like yeah, it looks kinda like a bit like Rodland. Now funnily enough, although I've got an incessant hate of Rainbow Islands and Bubble Bobble, I actually like Rodland, even though it's got uber cute graphics. Yeah, never played this game before, but again you can have two people playing at the same time. So it looks like, right, okay, you don't land, you can't jump on top of things. Right, you just got to batter him to death with a hammer. What do I do here? Ah, right, so you basically batter it. So it is kind of similar to Bubble Bobble. Well, I've got to say it's a rather delightful little game, which is going to upset a lot of people since I don't like... You know, I've actually been rethinking it, and I think I do actually like Bubble Bobble, but I still don't like Rainbow Islands. And I'm trusting this video will get its usual thumbs down from my serial hater, whoever you are. Thank you very much for watching. All publicity is good publicity. Whoops, he's just eating my apple. Can I batter these? Don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm getting a bit carried away here. This is actually quite a funky little game. Ah, bollocks. He spat it out again. Right, anyway guys, this is Don Doko Don, and that is by Tato. Okay, with this glorious B-movie title screen, this is Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters. Now this, I believe, was ported to quite a few systems, never actually played the game. It's got some really nice cartoon pictures there. Yeah, let's... and this is by... That sounds very Atari-like, is it? It certainly is, this is by Atari. Ugh.
Uh-oh. Whoa. Have to go. Yeah.
Right.
Power.
Now I'm not quite sure if his movement is correct, it seems to be very flickery. Now it kind of feels a bit like a sort of Night Lore meets Gauntlet. Let's see if I do get a printer working. Come on, leave it son, leave it. Now it has got speech, but you may not. But I pity you can't turn the the music down because it's a bit overbearing. I've never ever played this in my life. I've got to say it's actually quite funky. Now I don't know if the speech is coming across, but it's pretty cool. Come on, girl, move. Oh, bollocks. Yeah, Atari really were at the top of their game in this era. Right, anyway guys, that is, if you can hear me, that is Escape from the Robot Monsters Planet. Escape from the Planet of the Robot Monsters by Atari. Okay, this one needs absolutely no introduction. It's Final Fight by Capcom. This was, again, this was Capcom really at the top of their game. This game took things like Double Dragon and, you know, Renegade and just absolutely ramped it up tenfold. Gorgeous graphics, amazing sound, 2-player action, special moves, choice of 3 players, interactive backgrounds, absolutely stunning game. Now I did do an Arcade Perfect My Arse of this, and it had some good versions. The SNES was good, although it was limited. It didn't have two-player games. I think I'm trying to remember actually. I can't remember what the base versions were, but yeah, I think most of the home versions were pretty good. I'm sure the 16-bit ones were excellent. I just scoped that. Take that. Yeah, it's a great game this. You really feel like you're kicking somebody's butt. Absolutely superb. Anyway, I could keep playing that. That is Final Fight and that is by Capcom. Right, this is a Golden Axe by Sega, which I actually did a Arcade Perfect My Arse on Monday of this week. So if you like this game, go check it out. You can see lots of terrible versions as well. Let's go for somebody, let's go for the bird. I like what happened, His Majesty and the Princess have been... Okay, I can't read that quick. It feels somewhat tame compared to Final Fight, I must admit, but this is a good game, it really is. I love the dunting guys in the head with the end of the the end of the axe, or the sword I should say in this. Come here, you little swine. Get off him. Let's see if we can mount the beast. Fanar. Yeah, this game is hugely popular and very deserved. So it wasn't a good game. It still is a good game. A rather butch voice for a girl. You little shit. Come come here. Right, let's... Oh, maybe not right now. Oh, you bugger. Let's use some magic. Have that. Right, anyway, that is Golden Axe and that is by Sega. Okay, this is Ivan Stewart's Off-Road. Now I'm guessing he was obviously a bit of a big shot in the off-road racing. This is by a company called Leyland. I wonder if it's anything to do with British Leyland, probably not. Now again, it's kind of similar to the, right, I'm guessing I've got to put in some sort of initials of it. Right, date of birth. Right, come on. Yeah, very, very similar to... What one am I? I'm the red one. Very similar to Super Sprint. And again, this had some... Oh, it's got really nice graphics. Had some excellent ports, I believe. You consider I'm bouncing all over the place and using a thumbstick to control this, it actually controls fairly well. There's a bag of money. A wee blue car's going to pick it up. Now I'm guessing, like Super Sprint and the other game we're looking at, Badlands I think it was, I'm guessing you've got to come in first place to progress to the next track. I think that'll be the last lap. 2 nitros, oh can I, how would I use nitro? That's how I use it. It's going to be too late now. Oh, and if I just not made an arse of that turn. Yeah, that is Iron Man Stewart, whatever it's called, Super Off-Road, and that was by a company called Leyland. Right, this is Clax by Atari. Now it said there it is the 90s, and that's not technically true because it didn't come out until 1989. So this game was ported to pretty much every possible system that could run video games. I've played it maybe once and I can't say I enjoyed it. See, it's the 90s and there's time for it. Bollocks to that. Yeah, I can't say I enjoyed my game a bit, but let's put it to the test. Something like you've got to... Right, there you go, you've got to get 3 in a row.
Clack, wave.
So a clack, right, I'm guessing if I pull down... Right, okay. So, right, that's fine. You pull down to pick up, to speed up the block falling. And you press the fire button to drop it. Right, I get you. Ah, bollocks, the thing moved. Right, okay. You know what, it's not actually half bad. But this literally was ported to... Oops. It literally was ported to every single thing. What's happened here? Is it a new level or something?
Clack, wave.
Right, alright, I see I can stack them up. So I can go like so and go bonk, bonk, bonk. Ah, balls. Hey, anyway, listen, that is enough of that one. That is Clax by Atari. Right, this is Mad Gear by Capcom. Again, I thought I'd kind of heard it, and when I actually looked at a screenshot I realised I'd seen the game before. Don't know if this was ported to anything. It does look vaguely familiar. Looks like you can pick what type of car you want. It does look vaguely familiar, so it's a kind of race game, and I'm guessing you also... and there's a first an arcade game where you've got to press it forwards to to move. I've never seen that before. What the hell's going on there? Why have I got 3 people grabbing onto my bonnet? I'm guessing that's not very good. Now this game actually plays very similar to a game I used to have on the Commodore 64, bollocks. No, that wasn't the name of the game, it was called Bumping Buggies. This is just a kind of enemy, what's that? Energy red. Now what do I do here? Do I have to jump on top of it? Ah right, I see, I keep missing the fuel. Game over. Let's go for another quick shot. Yes, let's continue. Let's go for this big convoy thing. Yeehaw! Now can I crush cars? Possibly? So I'm guessing it's in my interest to keep jumping. Alright, I should have jumped and got that thing, I'm guessing. Jump! Ah! Bugger. Right, anyway, listen, that's enough of that. That is Mad Gear by Capcom. Okay, this is Midnight Resistance by Data East. Now, am I playing here? What's happening? Right. It seems to be going a bit freaky. Right, I'm guessing I had... Ah, right, okay. I'm supposed to, right, I get you. You're supposed to use... You can turn and you can be shooting at the same time. Right, this isn't going to play too well, I'm guessing. Seems to have dropped car keys, right, that's a very quick game. Let's try and face... Yeah, it's going to be tricky playing this game. Pick up the car keys. How do I jump? Oh bollocks. It's kinda like, a bit like Contra. It seems to have nicked Space Harrier's music. Can I shoot down? Possibly can, if I can try and use this other joystick. Right, anyway, listen, I've had enough of that one. This was ported to multiple systems, I think, and I think it was proved fairly popular. So that is Midnight Resistance, and that's by Data East. Okay, this is Pang by Mitchell. Now, for such a famous game, I've never heard of the company ever. Now, this game again was ported very successfully to a lot of systems. It's a easy game to play, hard game to master. You basically got to burst the bubbles without dying. Now, I know the Commodore, the Amiga had an excellent version of this. Now, I think you get multiple power-ups and that kind of stuff. And I know you could have simultaneous two-player action as well, if you're that way inclined. I was never a big fan of this game. It's actually quite tricky, despite being a easy game to play, you know. Ah, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Ah, that was stupid. Let's get the gun and don't die. Right, anyway, listen guys, that's enough of that one. That is Pang, and that is by a company called Mitchell. Okay, this is R-Type 2 by Irem. Obviously being a follow-up to the first R-Type. Now I can't say I've ever played this one. I'm a bit of a stickler that I've got to complete original games first before I play the next one. And given how difficult R-Type is or how crap I am at it, it's unlikely I'm ever really going to get to play this game. Now you can see I suppose you could say they've improved the graphics slightly, but I mean the graphics are always absolutely top notch anyway. Same sort of style, kind of Geigerish. Now again, I think this game was ported to most home systems. It certainly came out in the PC Engine, I know that much. Far be it for me to speak too soon, but I've never played this game before. It's going to be doing fairly well, at least not dying instantly. So I'm guessing, oh that's quite nice, I'm going to die here I'm thinking. Yeah, it's basically more of the same, but it's a delightful looking game. It's going to be one of the most gorgeous looking. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen here, other than my game is going to end. And it's going to start me right back at the start with bugger all ammunition. No, I don't want you. You can get in there and kill things. Yeah, you can see there, you can even sort of only partly destroy some of the enemies, so yeah, they're really... Let's leave that thing out there and see if you can do any damage. Bugger off, stay there and fight. Oh, that's not good. This thing seems to be closing in, but anyway, listen, I've played this one long enough. That is R-Type 2 by Irem. Right, this is Rambo 3 by Tato. Now I don't know how well this is going to play because it appears to be some kind of Operation Wolf type game, so it would have been perfect on the MAME cab, but I can't be arsed, so let's just go for it. It's quite an unusual game, being based on a film. I mean, I don't think there's many film-based games that came out in arcades. Well, apart from Robocop, and apart from Alien, and apart from everything else like that, but apart from that, nothing. Right now, I've got to say it actually works. I don't know if this was a light gun game because basically you move left and right and then up and down controls the target. Now I know this definitely came out on the Sega Mega Drive. It's one of these games you can't seem to get rid of. It goes for pennies. But this was obviously just cashing in on the Rambo film that was out around about the same time. Probably Rambo 9 or something at that point. it's actually, it's fairly easy to play. I'm not too sure about how these guys just materialise out of thin air. Anyway guys, that is Rambo 3 and that is by Tato. Right, this is Saint Dragon by Jaleco, and this game was released for various home systems. I think I had it on Amiga, but I don't remember actually playing it. I say it's actually very, very impressive looking. This was a really good year for excellent horizontal shoot-em-ups. You know, people didn't just want basic spaceships, they wanted real fancy graphics like R-Type. Ah, bollocks. Ah, what happened there? Did I crash on the ground? Let's see that come. Bugger off. That's a tough old game, that's for sure. Let's go for another credit. Oh, I've got double firepower now. That's going to make a difference. Bloody hell, it's a metallic leopard. Let's pick up the N, which will obviously be very, very good. Ah, right, so you've got... you appear to have... Is that the same? I've got that firepower. Then I've got that. Is that the same? I think it is. And there doesn't appear to be... Bollocks, there doesn't appear to be extra special weapon or anything. Anyway, that is Saint Dragon, and that is by Jaleco. This is Shadow Dancer by Sega, and this is quite an iconic game. This is a brilliant conversion on the Commodore Amiga. Now it's kind of similar to Shinobi, with one difference: you've got a dog. Now I don't know whether you have to. No, does the dog just automatically attack things? It appears to. Go and get him. Yeah, it appears the dog just attacks at will. You have double firepower. Oh, there we go. And I died. Ain't that just like the thing? I'm obviously in some sort of airport. I'm very, very vigilant, as you can tell. The large aeroplane is a... Oh, what happened to my dog? What the hell have you done to my dog? It appears to have shrunk into a rat. Or a poodle. Who knows? Come on. Now I'm wondering if you get in a situation like that is where you should actually use your dog. Can you send your dog? Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Well, pressing the B button appears to do that thing. The only problem is, bollocks, the only problem is I used it when there was absolutely nothing on the screen. I'm going to go for one more credit. This is one of these games that I've always liked the look of, and I've always liked the look of, and I've always wanted to actually play it, and I've just never gotten around to actually doing it. it's a great game. Right, come on this time. Oh, you cheeky sod. It kinda reminds me a wee bit like Rolling Thunder. What the hell's going on there? Go to next stage. Oh, there we go. Right, anyway, listen, I'm actually quite enjoying this guy. Appears to have some tea trays stuck to his hands. Take that. Yeah, quite enjoying this. Anyway guys, this is Shadow Dancer and this is by Sega. Okay, this is Stun Runner and this is by Atari. Now, oddly enough, I noticed this game doesn't appear to be getting emulated by MAME on Xbox 360. It's actually part of the, is it the Midway Treasures or something, whatever it is. Now, this game was a bit of a showboat for Atari at the time, with its super duper graphics. And I've got to say, looking at it 20 odd years later, it looks pretty fish. But it was obviously way ahead of its time. You know, compare this to like what we've got now, Wipeout or whatever. It just looks garbage. But
you have completed level 1.
I didn't even appear to do anything for that one at all. Now, this game was ported to various systems, but it was such a hardware intensive game that it just didn't get any really decent conversions that I'm aware of. Yeah, it looks really dated now, I must admit. Possibly playing arcade, I would think differently, but yeah, this looks pretty awful. And it's got a really annoying road blastery type noise when I bang into something. Right, anyway, yeah. This is Stun Runner. Okay, yet another iconic game, Strider, and this was again by Capcom. This is an absolutely beautiful looking game. It's definitely one of the classics of the sort of modern era, or at least classic and modern. Yeah, this, I mean, you can really tell. It's been interesting doing all these, that was the year that was, you know, starting from things like Pong, really basic games, and it's amazing just how quickly games evolved. You know, to stuff like this, which is just absolutely glorious. Killed Robot Boy. Never ever seen this game in the arcades. It's a game I would like to see. Ah, bollocks. Now, I should remember how to kill him, because I was, alright, okay. Ah, you stand underneath that thing, I think. I mean, look at these graphics. The sprites just look absolutely gorgeous. Again, this had some great home conversions. Really, I think the Mega Drive is excellent. And I'm sure the 8 bits and especially 16 bits I think were pretty good. And I'm sure the Sharp X68000 had a pixel perfect conversion, as did the PC Engine. I think the Mega Drive wasn't too sharp either. So anyway, listen, enough of this one. This is Strider and this is by Capcom. Okay, here is another Sega classic, Super Monaco GP. Beginner not used yet, let's just go for easy. Flicky! And again, this is I don't know, I'm saying again, it was as if I've already been talking about it, which I haven't been, so I shouldn't use the word again. But yes, this is a sprite-based racer, which to anybody that doesn't understand computer graphics, it means it's these are all hand-drawn frames like you would get in a proper cartoon, and they're all pieced together to give the impression of speed. And it's pretty damn smart. 13th. This had an excellent conversion in the Mega Drive, I think, and I think the Mega one was pretty damn good as well. There you go, Lewis Hamilton, eat your heart out. But this game, it may not look that much now, but you know, back in 1989, this was really impressive. You had a sit-down cockpit, I think, and it just looked big. I mean, I'm saying big screen. I was at a museum, a retro games museum, a couple of weekends ago, and I was playing Outrun, and I was surprised at how small. I was playing the the cockpit version of Outrun, and I was surprised at just how small the screen was. You know, back then we were playing video games on 14-inch TVs, so the screen in Outrun looked massive, but now we're used to playing games on 50-inch TVs, so it didn't look that big at all. So anyway, where am I going with this story? I have no idea, but all I do know is that is Super Monaco GP by Sega. Right, this is Tecmo World Cup by Tecmo, oddly enough. Now this game is probably responsible for FIFA making every FIFA game a year ahead, because this is World Cup 90 and it came out in 1989. So how they managed that, I don't know. Now, I've never ever played this game. Let's go for Scotland. Oh, I can't, I can only go England. Thanks for that, lads. Let's go Italy. Come on, yes, that's what we want. Italy versus England. We do know I'm going to have to play the whole game of this to see how it pans out. Now, England apparently are playing in orange. Yeah, I remember seeing this game in the arcades, but never actually played it. Get stuck in, son. Ah, you cheating bastard. These arcade games seem to favour, like, how do Come on, Italy. I've never ever seen England play in orange, ever. Right, come on. Float it across. Oh, you, come on, away you go. That's how you pass. Come on. Get stuck in, lads. Right, come on this time. Let's just hit it straight up. Oh no. Now I'm guessing, like all these computer games, unless you win, it's game over. So even if you draw, it's still game over. Which doesn't seem very fair to me. Come on. Oh no, clear the ball. Don't let England score, for Christ's sake. Oh, what happened there? Come on, distribute the ball, pass, shoot! Ah! I think technically that should count as a goal. No, don't lose a goal, whatever you do. Oh! Bloody hell. Right, anyway, listen, I can't play any more of that. That is Tecmo World Cup by Tecmo. Okay then, this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, renamed Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in the UK because they thought that ninjas were too risky. Let's turn up a wee bit. Now at this point they were absolutely massive. Oh, let's turn it down a wee bit. Yeah, they were absolutely huge. Now this apparently is actually quite a good game. You could have 4 players. I think it was kind of similar to The Simpsons. Was it made by the same company? Konami? I think it may have been actually. So you could have simultaneous 4-player action, which made for quite a big cab. Now this, I think this was ported. What was this ported? Was it ported to the Mega Drive, SNES possibly? Not too sure. But it was ported to the home system. And it's actually, for a ridiculous cartoon, it's actually quite a good game. Game over. Cowabunga. I can remember getting a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles mask for my birthday that year. Now the baddies from Rolling Thunder appear to have invaded this game. Get off! Now, oddly enough, this year there's a new there was a new film released which seems to have kind of upped it. It kind of moved away from being so comic-like to more kind of, well, say realistic, as far as giant-sized turtles wearing shells is realistic. But yeah, I've never seen the film. Anyway guys, that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Konami. Okay, this is Toki by a company called TAD Corporation. Never heard of them. Now this game has got a bit of a story to it. It was ported for the Amiga and it was absolutely excellent, superb. Now I believe it was also ported to the Spectrum, but for some strange reason it was never ever actually released. Now I'm not quite sure the reason behind that. So if you happen to have a Spectrum copy of this in your cupboard, I'll gladly give you 99 pence for it, including postage. Yeah, apparently you oh bollocks. Right, let's continue. Yeah, apparently your girlfriend has been kidnapped by some evil overseer and he's turned you into a monkey. It's quite a bizarre game, but it's actually really, really good. That's going to fall, isn't it? There's some bizarre looking things. And this is quite good. Ba-doing, bang. Ah, bollocks, how could I avoid that? But this is a really good game. If you've never played it before, then go check it out. Let's go and kill the fish heads on this side. Right, we're now, right, I'm going to go up here. And kill the monkeys. Water controlling this thing. But yeah, anyway, listen, that's enough of this. This is Toki and this is by TAD. Right, this is Turbo Outrun by Sega. I have to confess, I've never ever played the game before. Let's go for auto change. never played it, and I don't know how this is going to actually run on the Xbox. We shall soon find out. Ah, well, it seems to run okay. Now how do we change gear? Now you can tell it's kinda got outrunning music. Yeah, you could look at this and you could tell that this is a kind of sequel to Outrun. But like all these sequels, it just doesn't feel as good or look as good. Even though there's nothing really wrong with it, per se. And I think this was ported to a lot of machines. But never played this the first time. Oh, I've got a turbo boost, didn't know that one.
Checkpoint.
What was that? Was that a wolf? Could it be a bit of rain or fog? I'm not quite sure. Let's use the turbo boost again. Yeehaw. Overheat. Ah, bollocks, what's going on here? I didn't know you can get pulled over. Right, anyway, listen, that's enough of that one, chaps. That is Turbo Outrun by Sega. Okay, this is UN Squadron by Capcom. Now this, I think, was ported to, was it the PC Engine maybe? Not quite sure. Oh, I can't be bothered with these bloody shop things. What's the point of that? Let's just get into the game. I've never been a big fan of these horizontal shooters, although saying that I do like R-Type. I prefer my games more vertical misses. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure. I think it might have been ported to the PC Engine or something, but I don't remember seeing it on home computers of any kind. Blimey. Get off. Right, anyway, that's enough of that. That's UN Squadron by Capcom. Right, this is Volified by Taito. Now, this was a sequel to a game called Quicks. Quite an odd game, but it's actually quite a lot of fun. You've basically got to try and draw in the screen. You control this little green thing at the side of the screen, and what you can do is you can draw in the screen and it fills it in, and you've got to try, and you'll see at the bottom it shows you the percentage of screen what I draw. So I've drawn 22%. I think is it, I can't remember how much you've got to do, is it 75% or something. Now if when you're drawing the screen the baddies touch you, then you lose a life. Ah, bollocks, like that. Now what you want to try and do is basically take over as much of the screen as you possibly can, and ideally if you can box in, the enemy. Oh, that was close. I should have left that. Ah, balls. Yeah, if you can get the enemies into a really small part of the screen, not like that, then you get big scores. Anyway guys, that is, was it Volified? That was ported to all the home systems I think, but I don't know if they're any good or not. I'm guessing they probably would be because it's quite a simplistic game, but go check it out anyway. Right, this game is called Willow by Capcom. It's not a well known game. I don't believe it was ported to any systems. Again, I don't think it was ported to any, like, you know, well-known systems, Spectrums, 8-bit, 16-bit machines. But it's a beautiful little kind of sideways, whatever you want to call it, I'm not quite sure. Really, really nice graphics. pretty graphics. Ah, bollocks. I think the problem with games like this is it was just saturated by similar games that are rather odd looking. A lion wearing a sort of a jacket of some sort. Right, did I fall in here? No. Wake up, you fool. That's it, thank you. Oh, you know what, I keep running underneath him. Right, I'm going to try and kill that thing. Right, where did I go? Where do I go from here? I'm guessing I need to kill... Ah! He's good. Oh, don't tell me it's a bloody shop. No, I don't want to buy anything. Let me back into the game. Bloody hell, what the hell is that? But this is a really nice game. This is the first time I've actually really played it. Anyway guys, that is Willow by Capcom. Now if anybody else is still with me at this point, then thank you very much. I've got to say, you've got very, very good stamina. This game here is responsible for all these 50p games in game. It is WWF Superstars. Yep, this was obviously the game that prompted all these wrestling games. Now I've never really played, there's only one wrestling game I played which came out on the PlayStation. And this was by Tecmo. No idea what I'm doing, I'm just going to mash buttons. Whatever I've done, I appear to be winning, so that's got to be a good thing. Did I try and pin him or something? I'm not too sure. You would like to know, I don't know if I've already told you that, this is the very, very last game. Ah, it's a tag team, no less. But none of them are any match for Hulk Hogan, obviously. Right, anyway, listen, that's enough of this. This video has probably gone on for about 4.5 hours. That is it guys, that is 1989. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please, put my teeth back in, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Please leave any comments, whatever. Please leave thumbs up or thumbs down if you want, because it's all good publicity. And very lastly guys, thank you so much for watching.